Welcome back, pond hoppers. Back to another glorious episode of Small Ponds, Big Dreams. In today's show, me and the boys just go over a little fishy bullshit. We typically make plans for our episodes ahead of time, and I think just to the hustle and bustle of the holidays, we had a few weeks that weren't planned out. So this is kind of a filler episode, a little bit of us just kind of going over ideas and thoughts and questions that we have in our heads and just kind of rambling on about it. Otherwise, at the end, we have our Would You Rather section and no lure light this week. Otherwise, we and the boys hope you are enjoying the holidays. We hope the winter isn't hitting you too hard. And we hope if you're down in the south, you're absolutely jacking jaws. Otherwise, we really do hope you enjoy today's episode. And let's get to it. How are we doing tonight, gentlemen?
Fantastic.
Not too shabby.
Are we enjoying the cold weather we're having here in Ohio this week?
Of course not.
No.
It's definitely like that weather where I'm wearing house shoes the entire time. The entire time I'm in the house, I've got slippers on.
Dude, my thermostat says it's like 73 in here, but I know damn well my feet's saying it's 63.
What? 73 is what you have it set at in your house?
That's what it looks like. It says something about 72, 73, but dude, it feels like 62 in here.
We stay at a brisk 69 in this household.
I think we're even lower during the winter. I think we're down to like 64, 65.
Jeez,
oh my goodness,
dog,
dude.
Holy Moses. You got your air on?
Got a heater in your room?
I mean, compared to the 30 degrees outside, it's balmy.
Are you an Eskimo?
How many blankets do you have on your bed currently?
Yeah, how many
One.
blankets and
One?
mitts?
One?
I mean, it's a good quality
Dude,
comforter.
you must be sleeping under a quilt or something, my guy.
No, he sleeps in a velour suit, dog. What are you talking about?
Dude,
a
whole suit?
Suits all the time.
Dude, I'm just saying that's cold, but whatever. I mean, you're also that's
freezing.
Cold. I thought when I said 69 it was gonna be kind of low, but no, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's diabolical, my guy.
Well, if you like it cold, are you gonna go fishing with me tomorrow?
I mean, I love sleeping in the cold, but
I will totally be out there. You know, our low's only like 30 degrees tomorrow.
Exactly, I know, and it's supposed to be partly sunny. Is that what I saw? Hopefully.
I mean, partly sunny is still mostly cloudy.
But
I'm not even
partly
going to
sunny.
be talking shit, boys. I mean, if it's nice outside and the sun's out, I might go out.
Well, we are planning on hitting a stretch of river tomorrow. I'm hoping. I think I told you 1 o'clock, James, but I'm okay if we push that back to 12. If you want to do like 12, because I have dinner plans tomorrow night. But that's like my only plans. So I just need to be home for that.
Yeah, we might have to play that slightly by ear because you know I've got work to do in the morning and one errand to run.
Yeah, so
beforehand.
We'll play it by ear, but we're getting out tomorrow, Kyle. We're definitely hitting the river.
So currently we're overcast with 5 to 10 mile an hour winds. The UV index is 1.
So the opposite of sunny.
Yeah.
Sweet. So it's going to be cold.
Well, it's still a high of 34, low of 30. We're not dropping down to the 20s at least.
I'm not too mad about it.
Dude, I just seen today about this little fishing boat that you can put your lure in, and then you can drive the boat out when it's super high winded out. I was like, who in the hell is really going to buy this?
You know, shark fishermen will actually...
I've seen the drones. When they throw the drones out there. Now, I think that's smart and cool. Like, because honestly, how are you going to throw... Oh, my God. I mean, they put real meat on there. How are you going to throw 8-10 pounds of meat and fling it out that far? It's just almost impossible.
Well, if you got yourself a saltwater ocean rig, they'll handle a big hunk of meat.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, the hooks they use... Whew.
Yeah.
Whew, whew, whew. Big boys. Big boys. Now, I know we're planning on going fishing tomorrow. Did anybody do any fishing at all this week? I didn't.
No, I did not go out this week, actually.
I did not neither. I've been in and out.
Well, then, I guess the only fishy thing I can really talk about is some baits I got in the mail.
Some more baits. I think we did this last week too, and you was talking about your mail
We have
delivery.
done this for the last... Dude, listen. So should we just do a section now called Matt's
Delivery?
Mail Delivery?
Yeah.
Matt's Mailbox. Okay, well, this is honestly just a leftover. These are leftover birthday gifts that just are arriving this week, really. That's all they are. One of them I bought, I think, like a day or two after my birthday, and then the other one I bought like 2 days after that, I think. But, so, let's just go ahead and talk about them. The first one I want to talk about, I got me a nice throwback Metro Glide. You guys got to see this. If you're... Where did I post this? Did I post this on my Instagram? Or did I post this on our Instagram? The Small Ponds. I can't remember.
I think that one was on yours.
Okay, well, I'll repost it on Small Ponds then, so you guys can see it. Because the paint job on this thing is pretty insane. The eyes are super catchy to me on this one. It's a great gill profile. I got the winter gill color. If you look at it, you got to see it on their website. I will tell you the funniest story about this. I actually remember now. I bought this for Black Friday, on their Black Friday deal. It's the only reason I bought it. Because originally $140 glide bait, and I got it for $105. So I was like, super steal. But funny enough, so you had to... I knew these were going to sell out super fast. Because they always do. And I told my wife, I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed, but I'm going to set me an alarm for midnight. I'll get up. I'll wait until 1 a.m. And then when they go live, I'll put in the order, and I can go back to bed, right? I evidently missed my alarm because my wife wakes me up at 2 a.m. and is like, hey, it's 2 o'clock. And I'm like, in the afternoon? Why did we sleep so long? And she's like, no, dumbass, it's 2 a.m. Don't you want to order your glide bait? And I was like, oh my gosh. So in an absolute haze, I just rolled over, grabbed my phone.
The little angel in your ear said, hey, Matt, guess what? You got to go buy something.
Exactly, dude. And I'm in a haze, so I roll over, grab my wallet, grab my phone, pull up Throwback. I look quickly at the colors. I see the winter gill. I'm like, yes, that's perfect. Put it in my cart, buy it, whatever. I go right back to sleep, right? Well, she worked Friday, so I got up with her at 6 a.m., and that's 4 hours later? Dude, they were sold out. Gone.
Wow.
If she wouldn't have woke me up, I would have never got this. So, the wife came in super clutch for the Black Friday. I also did pick up a hat from them as well, which I am currently wearing. It's a pretty sick hat. Nice little 5-panel hat. Pretty dope.
Oh, yeah. That looks pretty sweet.
That was the only bait I did pick up from them, though. So now I've got 2 throwback baits. I've got the Metro Glide, and I also have a Wake Walker LT. So, super dope. Got those for the start of the year next year. And then I did order myself as a birthday with birthday money that I got from my father-in-law. And I ordered from our good friend over there on Dropout Supply. You've heard of us talk about them before. We talked about the snack gill that I picked up, a few weeks back?
Mm-hmm.
So I was perusing their website, and Kyle had seen it before. I had seen it before. It was actually one I had eyeballed before I got the snack gill. The stray shad and the... I forget the name of the color. It's a pink and black color.
Hot Topic.
Hot Topic, yeah, that's right. Dude, this thing
It is a Hot
looks
Topic
so
color.
sick.
Yeah, it's super sweet.
What you couldn't see in the online picture is it's almost like it has a holographic shimmer to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's super, super slick.
See, for Throwback, they don't have the color selection, do they?
So Throwback does like colored drops, so it's like whatever colors, and it's going to be the same way for Dropout, I'm assuming. So you'll probably see different colors from him throughout time. I don't know when he's doing his next drop. It would be some information I wish I knew. I'd be happy to say something upon that, but I don't.
Right.
But this one, yeah, dude, this colorway on this is sick. I think this is going to be a smallmouth killer in the river. What do you think, James?
Oh, it is going to just smallmouth candy all day long.
Yeah, dude. Hot topic. And I think it's going to be... My thoughts at first when looking at this is going to be a super choppy glide. But I did speak to the owner of the company, and he did assure me this glide can do predominantly anything you're looking for as far as retrieve, whether it be choppy or a wide glide. I think you'll be able to get both of those out of the same bait. Now, I believe, you know what, I don't want to be wrong on this, so I'm going to actually pull it up real quick. So we're on Dropout Supply. If you guys haven't checked this website out, right now there's not much in stock. He still has a couple snack gills, but I'm hoping to see this stock go up soon. But this is the one I'm currently talking about. I just got this one in the mail. So it is 5 inches and it weighs 1 ounce. It also has that weight chamber, so you can adjust the weight a little bit and get a slower sink rate or a faster sink rate on it. But I did just get this one in the mail. It's super, super nice. Great quality. As always with Dropout Supply. Great paint job. Great craftsmanship. Honestly, I want to kind of hit him up and ask him if he could make me a pink tail. What do you think about that, Kyle? What do you think if the tail was pink instead of black?
I think that would probably look good. Oh, or maybe like even a blue, something to go with the pink. Like I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't do blue because it's not with it. Not blue because there's no blue on the bait. But like, you can't see in the picture. You can't see in the picture, but the base of the tail is actually white, like underbelly section of where like right at that tail area, on the under section. Right. It's white. It's actually white. So what if he did like a two-tone tail? You could do 1/2 white and 1/2 pink if that was possible.
I was thinking like a pink highlight on the end of the tail, or vice versa. Do a pink tail with a black line on the outside.
On the stripes, like everywhere the lines are. Yeah, on the stripes of the tail, like covered them in pink, or do vice versa with the black.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I wish he would have done on this, the only thing is. So I just told you there's the white on that tail bottom. I wish he would have done white the whole bottom. Like the whole belly white instead of just that tail section. So you'd have just pink and black on the sides, but the belly would be white the whole bait. I think that would have been cool.
I don't know, but either or way, this was the first.
No, either or way, this colorway.
This is the first one.
Yeah, this was the first. Yes, this is the first one me and Kyle, like, when we were looking at him, this was the first one I was like, yes, that is super duper dope. And then the second one I noticed that I, like, really liked, and it's still available, is the beef gill.
Mm-hmm.
Beef gill, dude. It looks like hamburger. It really does.
It does, but does it not look like a bluegill? Like, I
like
the
100%.
Front part. Like, I love that front section. I absolutely love that color right there. But yes, it does look like hamburger, and I think that's the idea of what he was going for. But the albino blush looks nice too.
It almost looks like yours a little bit, but brighter.
See, I like this one because it's kind of. This is kind of the idea I was thinking about with the white belly, but like flipped. But I do like that.
See.
But
Yes.
I do enjoy that one, but this is the one I ordered. Actually, I let my wife pick out the color.
Still an amazing color.
I was looking at the electric bass.
Which one?
Electric bass.
Oh.
I like the clear tail.
What? I like, dude, them colors are on point.
Wow, dude. Wow. I like that.
Of course, James likes it. It's almost like a cartreuse. Or
Oh, like the
Yeah.
chartreuse kind of a style.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
chartreuse
Yeah, that's what I
bottom
meant.
with, like,
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah.
I
For
like
some
the
reason,
red.
the clear tail is what caught my eye.
Really?
I don't know. Is that
That's
red
what
or is
grabbed
that
you?
velvet?
Yeah.
It's like a reddish. I don't know. It's super, super, super.
It's like red and brown mixed or something.
Yeah. I will say I did switch the treble hooks out on this already. I put on, but you know me, I like to customize things slightly. So
Them
put
things
some,
were kind of massive though. When you compared both of them to the new ones that you got to the ones that were on them, yeah, it's a massive difference.
But I could understand why after I put these on, because I will say it seems to be that these hooks will connect with each other easier, maybe. I don't know. I just, personally, I like smaller hooks if I can get away with it. So I honestly because these are the hooks that were on the Metro. I came home, I bought these hooks at Vance and came home and was going to put them on the Metro. And I looked at it and I'm like, wait a minute. These are the exact same hooks. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just throw them on my dropout baits and switch the Wake Walker ones. They're BKK. I think they're. Oh, man, I threw the box away already. All I know is they're BKK hooks. But yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I changed on it. Everything else is super dope. And again, it gives you weights, a snap. I got a super sick sticker with Beavis on it that says it's him pissing on forward-facing sonar.
Mm-hmm.
It's going. I have a special place for where this is going to go. I'm not going to say where yet, but I have a very special place this is going. So yeah, that's kind of all I really got fishy wise for the week. Other than that, it's been a long work week and just been chilling at the house. You know, typical winter time shenanigans.
Right.
Like me and Kyle played Call of Duty this week.
Yes, sir.
Nothing too crazy. I wish I had more fishy things to talk about. Maybe I wish the viewers would hear this before me and James go, or the listeners would hear this before me and James go out Saturday. I'd tell them to cross some fingers and toes for us that we get something, but they're not going to hear about this till Monday, and then we're not going to be able to talk about our adventure until next week. But anyway, so boys, what do we do in this episode? What's today's overall encompassing topic? I think it's going to be some fishy bullshit.
Bullshit.
Fishy bullshit. So what do you boys I just want to start this off with, since we're talking about like not going fishing and whatnot. Is there anything you guys are doing like that's kind of fishy in the off season? Like, you know, what are you doing keeping your mind in that fishy mindset? Get that fix a little bit, even though you're not out there, you know, slinging baits and jacking jaws.
Honestly, I've been looking at new lures. That's what's been kind of dragging me in.
So would you say you're looking more at lures for next year, kind of a thing?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, it's like anything new, because there's a bunch of new stuff. Like I even told you about that grass bait. I believe that's what it's called. It's just been looking up newer stuff. Yeah, the grass piece. Yeah, I've just newer stuff I've never seen before and trying to check it out.
Are you checking out because of curiosity?
Correct. Yeah, I'm checking it out for curiosity. Yeah, that and plus to see if I would actually even throw it.
Oh, okay. So it is kind of like a shopping, if you will, for next year.
Kinda, yeah. It's kind of like setting my eyes out on it. Like, ooh, yeah, I think I want that, you know. Let me try to look up a video and see how this plays out, or how the movement works, or, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I vibe with that. I do that a lot during this time of year. I kind of check out what I think I'm going to... To me, it's more of, I look at it as like, what do I want to try new that I haven't tried before? Whether it be like... Not necessarily like a new tactic, or it could just be a new brand. It could be, you know, maybe I've been throwing the same stick bait for the last 3 years and I want to try something different as far as a stick bait. That's kind of what I do a decent amount of that in my off season as well.
Right, because they do make a lot of new shit in the winter for fishing expos and shit also.
Yeah. I feel like wintertime is like the time that they
To
drop
do
a
shopping.
lot of stuff that they showed
Right.
at ICAST in July. What about you, James? What you up to, my man?
Oh, you know, a lot of the same there. I like to make lists of things I want to try and get into and get before this next season fully starts, and plan that out. And if I want to get, keep my hands busy while I'm thinking about fishing, I'll do like rod and reel maintenance, taking line off, doing a little cleaning, that kind of thing. It gets my hands moving at least while I'm thinking about fishing. Along with that, doing some tackle reorganizing, going through my tackle boxes, getting rid of stuff or storing stuff that I may never use again, and making room for what I'm planning on buying.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I do the same thing. I mean, I do organizing a lot at this time. I think it's a great time to get an idea of what you still have as far, you lose a lot of lures throughout the year.
Right.
And if you use soft plastics, you use a bunch of soft plastics, and some bags may have one in them. And so I do a lot of condensing of same plastics to same plastic bags to kind of condense the bags. Catalog a little bit so I know what I want to purchase. If I, for instance, a freeloader last year was a really key bait for me in the spring into summer transition. So I plan on getting more of those this year. And so now I know, I have a pack of Sungill. I have a pack of green and black flake. I have a pack of this, but I don't have any green pumpkin magic. I don't have any of that one laminate color. I can't remember. I think it was green pumpkin disco. I don't have any of those, so I know now what I need to purchase. I'm not just looking at new things. I'm also looking at what I need that I know I already use.
Right.
I do the same thing with terminal tackle, weights, hooks, and then I will do it with line too, but line's more of something I get when I get closer to the beginning of the season, when I'm about ready to put some line on my reels. I also do a lot of, as I said earlier, I do hook changing. So change out treble hooks of baits that you use or have used or you plan on using the next season. That's a good one as well.
Yeah, I definitely had to put new braid on mine. I don't think I've changed my braid out in 2 years.
Whew, yeah.
Yeah, it's about time. I didn't change my braid on my spinning reel last year, so I'm definitely doing it this year. And I also think I want to try a couple new braid companies this year. This year is the year of new line companies for me, or at least new line, how do you say it? It's not companies, because I still want to try Seagar, but like I think I might be trying Seagar or Brazex for my swimbait rod. I think I want to try, the SC Sniper for my spinning combos. I want to try that next year. So different things. I think I'll stick to Beyond Braid though. That'll probably stay the same.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it'd be hard to pull me away from Beyond Braid.
Yeah, talking about rods, I've heard that James has been in the shopping area looking for a new one.
I'm still got my eye on a BFS rod, and honestly, I'm looking at a Cast King rod and reel for that because I want to give Cast King a try.
Okay, what kind of rod is it? I mean, is it medium heavy?
So I'm looking at, I think it was a medium to a medium light because it's the BFS.
Oh, okay.
And I'm looking at like a 6'2", 6'6", 2 to 3 piece rod actually. Nice breakdownable to get down into the creeks and out.
That's cool. I've never actually owned a 2-piece before.
Me either. It'll be a first.
Yeah, I'm wondering how that will plan out for you. But yeah, that seems interesting. I've been thinking about getting an ultralight or something to throw a little smaller baits, or upsizing my rod to a what's up higher than heavy, super heavy or extra heavy. Because mine's like extra heavy. Yeah.
Extra heavy.
Yeah.
Why do you want an extra heavy though?
Oh well, because I mean I don't know. I mean maybe to throw them bigger glides like you are now too. So I mean just to broaden my fishing experience. Like I said, I'm new. I want to get my hands on everything. I've even been watching people fly fish, and and that's I'm just trying to broaden my horizons. You know what I mean?
Well, the fly fishing thing definitely is interesting. I don't know if I could do it.
I've actually watched people make the fly fishing lures.
Oh, I've watched that too.
Dude,
like the flies,
so
I've watched
cool.
people make that.
I thought it's so neat.
Speaking of off-season things to do, especially keep your hands going, me and James used to make lures in the off-season. We used to make soft plastics.
Gonna mention that one there. It's always a good thing to do to keep yourself busy and get you stocked up for the next year.
Yeah.
In the past, when we haven't been trying to fish like we are this time, I'd get the itch and I would download a free fishing video game if I could here and there.
I've already been playing one on Steam.
Just to try and scratch that itch any way I can.
Yeah, see, I just stick
that.
to the... I don't know. I go through tackle. I look at tackle. I watch YouTube videos. I think it's a good time to think about techniques that you enjoy or you may have come to like over the year and research them more.
Right.
Totally.
But Kyle, I was going to say to you, because you said extra heavy rod and talking about go glides, if I were you, I would take your fishing progression like I believe how James has taken his fishing progression. And it has been very, let me take one thing that Matt does, put that out there, fish it, keep fishing it until I get decent at it to where I know I can catch fish on it.
Right,
and
or
let
at least
Matt
give it a chance.
experiment.
I mean, give it 4 or 6 hours.
But let Matt experiment. So I'm currently experimenting with these glide baits. Let me do that. Now, if you get a glide or a swim bait that's like available for your rod size that you have now, dude, by all means, pick one up. But I'm trying to tell you that if I were you, don't focus on that rod being like the rod you think about getting. Right now, you should be thinking about upgrading that spinning rod you have.
Yeah. I mean, all honestly, it wouldn't be hard for me to be like, hey, Matt, can I throw that?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you throw it. But I will say, if you're like throwing like one of my $100 glides, I'm going to be like, just so you know, if you lose that, you owe me $100. I mean, that'll determine whether or not you pick my rod up, I'm sure. But
I'll find somebody that will spread it.
yeah.
Yeah, to speak on Matt's point, yes, what I did was somewhat like Matt said. I did let him experiment. I learned how to use the different tactics from him in the beginning. I didn't, and threw away the ones I didn't like. There's plenty he tried to get me on that I'm just like,
I guarantee it.
No. But he is right. Like, for me, when it came to equipment so far, I have my two main combos, and I've been upgrading them as I go so that my everyday all-around use combos are solid. And now I'm starting to go out into the different realms like the BFS, and I'm sure soon enough a swim bait, because Matt's addiction tends to spill over to me.
Yeah, 100%. But you already have a swim bait rod.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and technically you have a reel for it, so...
Yeah.
I'll let you throw my Debo glide.
I ain't throwing your Debo glide.
I mean, you could throw it. It's only like...
That'd be like me wearing your B-Lat signed hat. No, it's not going to happen.
Nah, it's facts. I'm never throwing my Debo lure.
You can throw it. That's all on you.
I'm not doing it. I can't do it.
I don't know if I could watch you do it
Is it that
either.
massive one that you've had forever?
Look, you can't say massive anymore because it's the same size as the Metro.
Oh, is it now?
Oh, yeah, dude. It's a 7-inch
I've never
glide.
seen the comparison side by side.
Let me compare them. Comparing live on podcast. Oh, yeah, comparatively, eyelet to tail, they're exactly the same size.
But yes, you are correct,
what
Kyle.
is that, 6.5?
Up until the last few months, it was the biggest lure he owned.
Yeah, it was. It's signed.
And
also.
the most expensive.
Yeah.
How much
And the
is
most
it?
expensive.
Like 200?
Yes, it was signed. No, it was. Well, it's not the most expensive anymore. I got this for $125.
That's okay.
But technically, the Metro is more expensive because it was $140. I just got it on a Black Friday deal. All right, so I think that's a great amount of things we're doing in the off season. But
sure.
a lot of this is kind of breached into the realm of like, you're looking. I think we all said we looked into lures like we're looking at, which kind of come down to techniques. So I really wanted to know, was there anything that you felt throughout this year, because obviously we're coming down to the end of the year, we're winding down to the end of the fishing year. Do you find that there's been any technique throughout the year that really shines out to you? And also, was there any challenging techniques? Anything that's been challenging you guys technique-wise or lure-wise?
I don't know. I think the most golden technique for a new beginner would be the wacky worm and just flicking it. I think that'd be the golden one for beginners. But the hardest thing...
Okay.
The hardest thing, I've never. I mean, I thought that spook was kind of hard at first, dude, because I couldn't do shit. And I was like, Matt, just take this. And you're like, look, Kyle, flink, 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 caught a fish. And I was like, shit. I think we discussed this one time on another episode.
We have, and that's funny because you said the exact same thing. But also, I'm going to specify what you mean by flicking it, because it just most people aren't going to really understand. All you're doing is you're bouncing it. You're pulling it up and popping it a couple times, popping your rod tip a couple times. That's about it, and letting that bait fall down. And I agree with you. The wacky rig is one of the easiest rigs that come to mind when I think of beginners. Yes.
Dude, dude,
that's typically what I put in a beginner's hand.
Yeah, dude, because honestly, when I first had it in my hand, I caught fish that day. You know what I mean? There's a lot of new things I have thrown and haven't caught shit all day.
But also, let's be honest here, the first time you threw the wacky rig was at the pond that you... I mean, it's a private pond.
Right.
It's not a public pond.
No,
I mean, throwing anything in a public pond is way different than throwing anything in a private pond.
Right.
But I will say, the only reason, put it to you this way, the only reason I think you ever fell in love with the wacky rig is because of the times that we had with it out at your pond. And the only reason I threw the wacky rig at your pond is because there literally was nothing else I could throw. Because every time I threw anything else, I just got weeds. You had to have that real slow fall. Remember? You had to have that real slow fall, or else you just get gunk, and it wasn't working. But once we figured that out, oh my god!
So this year, we've been cleaning out. It's like every other year, vice versa. One year we'll clean the pond from all the muck on the bottom with a rake or whatever, and try to get most of the crap out with the boat. But then the next year is always a fight with the cattails. They're invasive as hell.
Oh yeah, 100%. James, what would you dabble into? Did you dabble into any new tactics this year?
I kind of did. I mean, the soft plastic jerk shad was new for me this year, and it really piqued my interest, obviously, and it is definitely something I'm going to dive deeper into next year. I kind of got into it towards the end of the seasons this year, so it didn't pay off as much, and I think I'm going to really hone in onto it at the beginning of the year.
So would you say 2026 the year of the jerk for James?
It might be. I'm going into it that way because I'm going to be throwing the jerk through the winter.
Oh, yeah, I think that you're definitely throwing the jerk through the winter. You're going to throw a hard-body jerkbait through the winter. But, like, I think also your jerk shads probably come clutch in the beginning of spring, too.
Oh, yeah, especially once I get that BFS rod and take some nice small jerks down.
I wish I got more confident on top water, though.
You can get better. Your problem with top water is
I've tried a lot of things. I've tried frogs,
but
bloopers.
you're throwing it at the wrong time of day. Top waters, the best time for top waters are summertime, early mornings, and late evenings. Those are your best times for top water. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, from the beginning of the fishing year until the end of the fishing year next year, I am going to be throwing a wake walker in the early mornings and the late evenings. I can't friggin' wait. But, so that's something, that's something you would say you struggle with then, Kyle, would be top water.
Well, confidence because I've never It's technique and confidence. I wish I could get better technique of throwing it, maybe giving myself more time before I start, jerking the line, you know. Um, I just feel like, because every time I have thrown it, because I have thrown it in the morning before, I've thrown it at the hottest days or the coldest days and try to get them to come up to eat flies, because sometimes you can see the fish come up and eat the flies. And I'm thinking to myself, this is a good time to throw a top water. Well, you would think, right? And every time I do, they would just keep eating the flies next to me and not even touching mine. So, like I said, I've tried frogs, bloopers. I've tried other top water ones, which I don't know the names of, but I wish I just gained more confidence with myself with top water lures.
Yeah, I mean, you're just going to gain confidence by throwing them.
Like, constantly. That's what I did, and I threw it constantly, dude, and it just was never nothing. Maybe it was the color, maybe it was the pond I was at, maybe it was the time, maybe it was the temperature, who knows. I just know that I threw it for like a week, and I said hell with it, and I think I got it in my drawer up here, and I've never pulled it out again. It's been sitting in a drawer for almost 4 or 5 years.
Top water is easy. You just have to throw it at the right time. I've had top water. This year I caught on spooks, I caught on poppers, and I caught on... I did catch a couple frogfish.
Was it a paddle tail you caught on top water that one time?
Yeah, I did. It was a Texas rig, weightless, 4-inch Mayer, and it was like, this thing was literally sitting on top of a cheese mat, and his bath exploded on it. And like, me and James had been there for like an hour and a half throwing frogs.
Yeah.
And didn't catch anything until I was just like, I'm just going to try this. And yeah, it worked.
So, what would you say would be the worst color for you?
Depends on the conditions.
Oh, for me?
Well, for both of you, of course, but...
I agree with James's statement. It does depend on condition. Mainly water.
Because I've gotten bit on white, but I'd say that white is probably the worst color I've not gotten any bites on.
White, for me, has its place. I will agree with you that a lot of white in a lot of specific places don't work. Like, I'm not using a white paddle tail bait, like a full white. I'm not throwing a white swim jig. I'm not throwing a white jig. I'm not throwing... I'll throw a white chatterbait. I'll throw a white spinnerbait.
Right,
I won't throw a white paddle tail. But a white topwater, oh yeah, that's a staple. Like a white frog or a white spook, that's a staple in my tackle box. Like, staple.
Okay.
But, that's a kind of a hard question to answer. The only thing that comes to mind to me personally is I've thrown a lot of pink bubble gum and it not catch. But I think that was just due to what I was targeting, because I have caught on it now in the creeks.
Right.
But I think that's just because smallmouth and the rock bass were eating it.
I thought you caught that crappie with a white or pink lure, I thought.
What crappie?
I think it was the one at my pond. I thought it was white.
No, I caught that at your pond. I caught that on James. What did we call our creature bait?
The hog slapper?
Yeah, I caught it on a hog slapper, and it was you remember that holographic-y colored orange we have?
Like the sunset orange looking?
Yeah, it's like a sunset orangey looking shimmer color on one side, and the other side was like a light green pumpkin. Almost
yeah,
like
we didn't make many
like
of those.
We didn't make very many of them at all.
Like one batch, I think.
Yeah, and I took them with me to Kyle's pond, and I rigged it up weightless on a Texas rig, or on a EWG hook, and I caught a massively undernourished, massive crappie.
Okay, so complete and utter side note here, but this talk has made me say that by the beginning of next season, by spring, we need to make some more hog slappers.
Why?
Now that I've gotten better at some techniques, I think I would like some.
Well, why? What technique?
I'm swim jigging them for sure.
Okay.
And probably, normal T-rig.
See, I was thinking free rig.
But yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Free rig? I don't think I've heard that one. I've heard of a T-rig.
Free rig is like a modified T-rig, kind of. Instead of using a bullet...
Okay.
Instead of using a bullet weight, you use it's a opened drop shot weight basically, so the weight can slide up and down
on the line.
Your line.
Okay.
So basically, what happens when you cast your lure out and it hits the water, the weight drops all the way down the bottom, and it allows your plastic to fall freely through the water column.
So that kind of reminded me of that one that we were talking about, that line saver for the lures that you'd put over your line and then you'd throw it down in the water.
Pocket
it's
knocker.
a lure saver.
I thought that was... It kind of reminds me of kind of the same setup, but not different.
But no, okay, if we're gonna we'd have to make those over the winter, and that's fine. But if we're gonna make a batch of hog slappers, we got to be nice enough to make Kyle a thing of worms, because he did call out that was his favorite bait.
Well, yeah, it's still one of my favorites, but I'll tell you honestly, have I threw one any this year? I did not.
Well, did you have any?
Yes. I haven't thrown any. I haven't thrown any of them. I've been throwing more hard plastic and swim paddle tails.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, I mean, I've definitely caught some slaps with it, but yeah.
Do we resurrect underground baits? Oh wait, no, that was the even older name.
I mean, even just to do it for the winter, dude. I mean, I think I wouldn't see a problem.
Oh, you're right. Swift bites.
Swift bite
baits. That was the name. I mean, Kyle, yes, for you it wouldn't be bad, but you don't know what goes in. I mean, it's not a hard process. It's just, dude, the smell of the plastic, melted plastic.
I've been in there with you guys 2-3 times.
Oh, was that back in the day when it was in Mom's basement?
Yeah, it was at your basement and also James's garage.
Dude, shout out Mom's basement.
Shout out Mom's basement.
I bet Mom's house still smells like freaking melted plastic.
I hope it still smells like sauerkraut.
No, it don't. It smells like melted plastic. It definitely do. But, I mean, I'd be into it. We've talked about it before on the podcast, maybe doing it. But I told you why I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
I just... The fact that we...
Yeah.
I know. I want to have a mold. I want something of our own. I want to make something that no one else has. Which is hard to do because good
Get
Lord.
Clone your Willy and just throw it out there, put it on a big old hook and just throw it out there. Call it Matt's Willy.
Well, if the problem is that you'd have to get a really small hook. And not even a drop shot hook would work, which was, by the way, since we were talking about like techniques that we don't really use or kind of like suck at or I've found challenging, the drop shot.
So I've seen you use it before, and you explained it, I think, on another episode as well. But I've never seen that before, until I got with you that day, and I seen you. It's like, what is that?
I want to see James throw it.
So do you really? I mean, you kind of throw it, but I mean, is it?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't throw it.
No, it's
it's
like an embankment
saw me throw it.
throw.
You saw me throw it one time at Van Wert, and that was the first time I'd thrown it in 2 years.
Yeah, so it was definitely weird. Did you have like a sea urchin on it, or kind of looked like the Q bomb?
What did I have? Oh, I had the Imakumushi on it, in the 60 millimeter.
Yeah, so we seen a couple of them today when me and Matt was talking, and we was scrolling through Tackle Warehouse. We seen that other one on there, didn't we? That was kind of was it Kamushi or Yamanato?
No, we saw the Emma Ripper or Reaper or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's the Kamushi without
Kamushi. Here we
the tentacles. Is without the fur, basically.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh, okay.
But James, I didn't realize you've never thrown the drop shot.
Yeah, I've never tied one on, never thrown it.
Yeah, I've never thrown one
But
either.
maybe this year.
I kind of always thought it was a James kind of rig.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, but it's also more of a boat technique.
Definitely say it's more
It's-
on the boat side, shallow shores.
It's not really for shallow shores. That's not why it's saying for boat. It's saying for a boat because of the presentation. Presentation for a drop shot works really well vertically, and that's because it keeps a taut line and it keeps your bait in the water column nice and taut instead of like what most people think when you're using it on a bank or something. It's either dragging sideways, not sideways. It's like
Diagonal instead of
perpendicular. Vertical. And also people think that means the lure isn't like in the water column, it's like hanging more towards the bottom and laying on the bottom. But James, I think this has been disproved through a couple of YouTubers, but I will say you like Z-Man, and if it floats, it should stay vertical if you think about it.
I mean, yeah, I might give it a shot this year. We'll see.
I just hate it because it's just a pain in the ass to tie up.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest gripe.
Yeah, it seemed weird how you tied it up.
No, it's not weird. It's a pain in the dick. You have to legit, you have to tie a Palomar knot. You have to tie a good amount of leader line, and then you have to make sure the hook stays, what would that be, horizontal?
Perpendicular with the ground.
And if it's not, then you got to run the line back through it to where the knot goes in the eyelet, and then you have to figure out how long you want your leader to be. And I mean, depending on where you're fishing and where you want to be in the water column, you just never know. Also, I mean, you just never know because you're not in a boat, you're on the bank. You're just casting out and hoping wherever it lands, you're like, okay, well, maybe where you cast it a minute ago, that meant you were 3 foot off the bottom, but now you've hit an embankment, you're actually on the side, so instead of being 3 foot on the bottom, you're 1 foot off the bottom. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So
or you're floating on the top because you're too shallow.
Exactly. So, I don't know. And then
trying something new takes a lot of new technique and time to learn how to do it.
Not necessarily. There's been a lot of... This one is, that's why I call it a pain in the dick. Because
it sounds like a lot.
You're not going to... It's a lot to get into, and it's a lot of specifics to where you could get into a wacky rig, and it's literally a hook and a Senko.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's 1,000 other rigs that are easier to get into. That's why I've been like, why challenge myself further when... Okay, maybe I would have been able to catch a couple more pressured fish that I couldn't catch with my Nico rig. Okay, cool, whatever. So, I don't know. It's one of those ones that have kind of always been a bane of my existence. I feel like we're Midwest fishermen, so it should be like our bread and butter, right? You know, we're that Midwest finesse group. So, like, I always think Ned rig, drop shot, wacky rig. Those should be our bread and butter. But... in all honesty, I could just throw the drop shot in the trash and never use it. I'd be fine with it.
He said throw it in the closet and never look at it again.
Throw that thing in the upside down. I don't need it.
Oh, dude, don't get me started.
I knew if I said one little thing about it, Kyle's like, don't start.
Like, oh my god, dude, we'll talk about it forever. So that's what we've all been doing here lately, has been watching the Stranger Things, and we have been discussing and debating and anything else you can think of arguing to each other. Yeah. So
me and Kyle were physically arguing earlier, which is hilarious because I retract my argument because I believe him now. But also, yes, we sat here and spoke and debated for probably 20, 30 minutes about Stranger Things before we got on this podcast. It's just so good. I can't wait for Christmas.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Christmas.
Dude, I can't wait.
Now, I wanted to ask you guys this because I always kind of thought this was a good thought because, I don't know, I've been a bass fisherman predominantly. That's been the most fishing I've done. Like, that's what I've always kind of targeted. But is there any other species that are, like, kind of on your guys' radar that you feel like you would be into catching? Now,
Never
smallie
caught
is
one.
encompassed...
I want a smallie.
Okay, I'll let you have that one only because you've never caught one. But I also want to know one that's not in the bass family.
Dude, I like catfishes when they're huge, but I hate grabbing them, dude. I honestly despise touching the nasty things.
Yeah, no, I hate catfish.
No, if I can catch a fat catfish that's like 16, 20 pounds, something like a flathead or something, you know what I mean? I'd be stoked over it, you know what I mean? I had to pull it up with two hands, something as long as my torso. I'd shit a little bit, but would I want to keep fishing for it? No.
You've got to dig up the catfish video, Matt.
I knew you were gonna say it. I don't need
Why?
To dig it up.
What is it?
I have it starred in my my photos, so
Oh,
it's there.
Oh yeah.
Now I'll post it, James, but it will not be with the original audio.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Why
I
not?
just want to see it again. It's been so long.
Okay, it's been a long time. All right, I will not post it with the original audio. All right, you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? You will see the catfish post. And what he's talking about, Kyle, is you said 15, 20-pound catfish, half size or the size of your torso. Well, I actually have done that.
See, that's what I'm saying. I would be excited for that. I think, like, as a fisherman, I could be excited for anything like that. I would have to.
And Kyle, when you see the video, you'll know where it was caught at. You'll know immediately.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. I've taken you there.
Probably.
No, I know I have. It's do you remember the incident? You remember the incident with the goldfish?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That pond.
Oh,
that pond.
Shit. Oh my god.
On a Ned rig.
No way.
On
a Ned.
Yeah, I caught him on a
fucking
Ned.
I give it to the Ned. I'm looking down on my fishing pole and there's a Ned hooked up to it.
That's amazing. I'm gonna probably tomorrow before I go to the river, I'll have a net on because I'm Ned.
That's what I was thinking. Now I have a question, Matt. So what was that one setup that you had with the sea urchin or whatever on it that was floating, the drop shot, correct?
Yeah.
Could you technically do that with? Okay, so like a floating worm, and have a what is that hook called? EWG? Is that the one for the crawls, the crawfish? Plastics. Am I saying that right?
You can use an EWG for crawls and other things.
So maybe so use something like that, have it floating worm, but actually put a weight on the bottom like a Texas rig, and have it floating in the middle. And then,
so you're saying like a weight on the bottom,
right?
And then a little bit of line,
right?
And then your hook with the worm,
right?
That's a drop shot.
Is that technically? I mean, okay.
That's a
so
drop
it's
shot.
still technically
That's
a drop shot. Okay, I was just wondering because
that's a drop shot.
Okay,
that's a drop shot.
Okay.
And by the way, you could drop shot a janitor worm. It floats.
Don't even know what a janitor worm is.
It's Crush City's Nico worm. You can they drop shot that one all the time actually.
How long is that? Or how big
6 inches.
Oh shit, okay. So it's bigger than a Ned.
It's not super long. It's not super long. It's bigger than a Ned. You can also I've heard of people drop shotting TRDs.
Oh yeah.
But I have a few TRDs ready and all that, so that's what I'm thinking. James, species, my man. What are you going after? Anything else out there in the waters that you think you might want to snag up?
I mean, there's not a lot. We've outside the bass family, I could probably go like crappie fishing.
Okay. I vibe. I'd be on board with the yappies.
Oh, dude, when I see you pull that out of my pond, dude, just the colors, because I've never seen one up that close before, crappie. That was pretty fucking sweet. I'll have to admit, it's one of the most prettiest fish.
Still too. I still got that picture. That's back when I was flying squirrel mat.
Yeah.
That was back when I was flying squirrel mat. Yeah, I could get onto the crappies. I feel like freshwater wise, or outside of the bass realm, I still think going like, I know it's like real like gritty, and they call them the fish of 10,000 casts, but like muskie. Catching a big
Dude, I was just about to say the same thing.
Dope.
I was going to say the same thing after you just got done talking. I didn't know if he was going to say muskie or not, but I was definitely going to say that would definitely have to be a second pick for me. I mean, I wouldn't think salmon wouldn't be too bad neither, or walleye. I don't know how they fight though. I don't know.
Right there for me as well.
Yeah, I don't know how they fight though.
I was going to actually just ask you before that was muskies and walleyes, are they toothy fish?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are they what?
You're holding them by their
that's why
plate.
I kind of steer away from them. Same
100%.
reason. Catfish, catfish, muskie. I mean, I'd probably go muskie with you, but I'd be a little leery.
Well, so that's what I thought the same thing because of the teeth and everything. I've dealt with them with a northern, but I'm sitting here thinking to myself, they're fish of 10,000 casts. So it's going to take you a while to get one. So I'll deal with it that time just to, say I caught one. And, again, 10,000 casts, that you'd be all right.
Now, on that same question, and to make a callback to a previous question, I actually do have a buddy who fly fishes. And I'm supposed to go out, and he's supposed to kind of teach me how to fly fish. So trout would also be on my list because... that's mostly what you're fly fishing for.
Right, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, trout would be dope. Like brown trout or rainbow trout.
Yeah.
Yep, that'd be super, super dope. Did you say have teeth?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do, don't they? Trout?
No, trout don't have teeth.
Oh, I thought they did.
No.
I thought it had like little baby teeth.
Of,
like bass, but like bigger. Like they do.
I don't think so.
Like a...
I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I'm not huge into trout. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got some teethers.
You're going to have to ask your buddy if he wants to get on a podcast and talk about fly fishing.
Yeah,
it's been discussed. He will definitely join us for a fly fishing guest spot at some point.
Oh, snap. That'd be cool. I'd like to sit here and talk to somebody about fly fishing.
Right.
I got so many questions I could ask somebody about that.
Oh, yeah, and... a throwback to my Uncle Bob. My Uncle Bob apparently was a big fly fisherman, and he's got my aunt still has all of his old fly fishing making gear and everything that I need to possibly go collect from her at some point.
That's sick. Yeah. James gets into creating fly fishing lures. Dude, I would support you being into fly fishing.
Dude, I think I would have to be too. I would honestly watch your videos if you put them together and actually handmade them. Like I think what Matt keeps saying that he wants to do, besides just doing the soft plastics with the molds, because they're not technically his. I get what he's saying. It's not his brand. It's not his idea. But that would be something that you could definitely do with your own imagination, and it could be yours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm not into fly fishing. I don't think I could be into fly fishing.
You never gave it a shot neither, though, have you?
I have not. I agree. I'm not. But
dude, I guarantee if you throw it out 4 times and you got snagged in a big, I don't know, walleye or trout or whatever snags it, you're going to tell me, you're going to be like, I'm definitely going to do this again.
It's going to be a fun fight. But at the end of the day, I feel like all that it boils down to in that scenario, in that kind of fishing style, is light gear for bigger fish on light gear. Okay, if I want to do that, I can do that bass fishing. I just get an ultralight and use small shit.
Yeah, but mostly people that do fly fish too, they do have them suits. To me, because they're all in the water. I haven't talked about it much on the podcast, but I was in an accident at the beginning of this year, and I crushed my wrist. And that whipping that rod back and forth, dude, I'd be done in 20 minutes. Like I'd be cooked. I bet.
There's days that when we would go fishing, and I'd like use my bait caster, and I'd set like the hook 2 or 3 times, and my wrist would already be killing me.
Yeah, that sucks.
I can't imagine what trying to use that fly rod would be like. That's why I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but I used predominantly a spinning rod in the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had to, because I could not set the hook on a bait with a bait casting rod. It just hurt way too bad. But I could do it with a spinning rod.
Yeah,
super easily.
Because usually you're jacking jaws, but this year, dude, in the beginning, after your wrist, yeah, I could tell you was like,
Uh-huh.
like you got them, you set the hook, but hell, sometimes they wasn't even hooked.
Yeah,
It was like hanging off their lip or something.
I had some rough ones at the beginning of the year, but I got better at towards the end. I managed through, but
For sure, dude.
That's the only thing. Back in the day, Matt, yeah, I probably would have jumped all over fly fishing, but now it's just no way, shape, and form I could do that.
I would be interested if somebody threw me a rod that's like, here, try this with me. I'd be like, fuck yeah.
I mean, yeah, I feel like if you went out with somebody and they're like, try it, I'd probably do it. But I mean, like,
I just don't see myself buying it.
I don't see myself like buying it. Even if I tried it and enjoyed it, I don't see myself like buying it.
Yeah, because I mean,
now I see James doing that. I definitely see James doing that.
I mean, if it's something you love and enjoy, I mean, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, big draw for me is putting those waders on, getting out in the middle of the water, and it's the nature aspect.
Right.
Yeah, but you can do
sure.
that. You can do that. We've proven that you can do that without a fly rod.
True.
I mean, you can do that with a cane pole if you wanted to. It just all comes down to like the way you want to fish and what you want to fish for. Like, I mean, yeah, I agree with James. Going in the creeks this year with like the spinning rods, the light spinning tackle. Oh my god, dude! Absolute blast. Especially during those hot summer days. Oh my goodness, lifesavers. Even though I feel like me and James got heat stroke a couple of those days, but still.
Some of the most fun I've had fishing.
Yeah, dude. I think I changed James getting him in those creeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've noticed that you guys be hitting creeks a lot more now here lately.
It kind of stopped. It was definitely a summer thing for us.
Well, early summer, because then we hit that drought and all our creeks started drying up.
Correct. So it was an early summer thing for us. It was mainly when it was starting to get hot and you're like, man, I do not want to be standing on the outskirts of a pond right now, drenched in butt sweat, because I want to try to catch these little green fish, where we could go stand like knee deep in a creek and fish for some brown fish and some rockies and just have a blast. Except you gotta watch out for the barbed wire.
You mean like rockfish or something? Is that what they're called?
They're rock bass, but my mom and them used to call them Rockies when I was a kid.
Okay, I was just clarifying. I didn't know.
I will say, a day in the creek without catching is way better than a day at a pond without catching.
100%. Now, do you think that our love of that creek fishing, you think that's going to translate into river fishing this year or this coming year?
I hope so. We just haven't found any rivers that we have felt comfortable wading into.
Correct.
Right.
I think we got to find some slower sections.
Yeah.
I think if we were to check out the still more, we would be good, because I mean that little stretch we saw that last time, it wasn't really moving.
Oh yeah, we totally could walk that one.
Yeah, that one I think we might be able to walk. So I think it's just going to take more exploring. And I think this year, my biggest motto going into 2026 is exploration. I am not sticking to a 100-mile bubble. I am like, I want to explore. I want to find more places to just wet a line and see if we can't find some big old slaunch monsters.
I mean, they're definitely here. It's just finding them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just finding them. Now, since we're talking about like fishing next year, is there any exciting places you guys want to go fish next year? Is there any trip ideas you guys want to go to? I think we should plan. I would like to plan a dude's fishing trip next year. I think that'd be sick.
Hell yeah, dude. I was thinking. So I watched this short clip on Facebook, and it was showing all the top places in Ohio to fish, and it said something about a championship fish from Ohio, and I guess the lake or whatever it is only like 48 minutes away from us. So I was trying to figure out, I'm going to go back because I got the video saved. I can't remember exactly what it is, but there's also another one in Columbus that they said that you have to go to, and I'm going to do some more research on that. But if it's so, because Van Wert, I'll admit it was awesome to go, but boy did it suck not catching anything.
Yeah, but we've gone and caught before.
Oh yeah, I mean 100%.
But you can, yeah, but you could also go anywhere and not catch anything.
Yeah,
right.
Well, was that first one you think Kaiser Lake sound familiar?
That's what I was about to say. Is it Kaiser Lake?
It does sound familiar.
I bet it is. Because they're calling out the white bass record that broke in September that we called out in the podcast. What podcast was that?
2 or 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, it was either 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
We know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it might have been that one, but for sure, yeah. I would love to go out there and go do something like that. I mean,
but what? Look outside of Ohio, man. Think broaden the horizon.
You talking about going out of Ohio? I want to go south. Then
Yeah.
I want to go southwest.
No. I will say Texas has some good waters.
I was about to say Texas, bro. Texas.
Dude, you know how bad it was for me not to pull out my rig in Texas? We had to go there to go get a horse for my stepdad, dude, and I was wanting to stop. And I was like, dude, let me stop, and you can come pick me up here in about 2 hours, because I had it with me. And he's like, I'm not doing it. And I was like, you're a dick. So, yeah, dude.
I would have told him, I'm sorry, I'll get a flight home.
Yeah, I love the man, but he's a butthole for that one.
What have I got? I got you hooked on what, James? Hooked on.
You got me hooked on the idea of Minnesota because we can go to a different lake every
Minnesota
day for a month.
How high you talk about it,
dude? I say Minnesota. Like, I agree with what Kyle just said. Texas is a bucket list fishing state for me for sure, but dude, Minnesota, it will forever hold a special chunk of my heart. And, dude, James is right. You can fish a different lake every day. Every day.
That's not bad. If Florida is just like a lake every 2 miles.
No, dude.
Not even that.
More water. There's more water in Minnesota than there is in Florida.
Right.
Yeah. And
I dare say there's more water than land.
There's always bodies of water everywhere. Yeah, I didn't know Minnesota was like that.
James,
I've never been.
Go up in the northern part, and they got smallies up there.
I would love to go catch a smallie.
Mm-hmm.
So, just a glimpse in the future, listeners. This podcast eventually will probably be coming to you from Minnesota.
So are we flying or driving?
I'd drive.
Driving.
Drive and stop and go get a few. Hell yeah.
Well,
hell yeah. You know damn well we're going to stop somewhere and be like, hey guys, you want to go eat lunch and, spend about 30 minutes out here fishing this new place?
Before we go, we buy 1-day fishing license in every state we drive through.
Every state we drive through.
Dude,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Ooh, and catch a fish in every state because, yes, on Matt's major bucket list is to catch a fish in every state in the U.S.
Does it matter what fish?
No, it don't matter what fish.
Okay.
So you've got 2 of 50 down. Maybe 3?
I got way more than that. I got more than that.
Oh, okay.
Because I got Michigan, Ohio.
Forgot about Michigan.
Virginia. Or was it West Virginia? West Virginia. Minnesota. Tennessee. And that's it. Yeah. So I got 5. 45 to go. But, I'm not going to count Hawaii and Alaska. The continental U.S.
Right. I think you still should at least count Alaska.
Right.
And make it 51 as well and count Canada. Because we'll drive through Canada, catch fish, go to Alaska and catch fish.
Okay, but then can we count 52 and we just go to Japan?
How the hell are we going to
Japan's a whole nother story because, yes, Japan is major on the bucket list.
Which is talking about somebody about Japan. I actually know somebody that is from Japan, and I might actually be going next summer with them.
Okay, can I also tell you something crazy? I know somebody that's going to Japan next year, and I'm trying so hard to get them to pick me up a DRT Tiny Clash.
Dude, I'm telling you,
I'm trying so hard.
Dude, honestly, if I go, dude, I promise you guys, I will buy you guys shit if I'm there. You can cash at me, fucking whatever, dude. I would have you.
We'll
all I ask
out.
Is if you can't bring a rod with you because of your baggage or whatever, when you get there, go buy yourself a $20 rod and go fishing.
For sure.
That's all I ask.
Oh, yeah, dude, 100%. 100%.
Oh, yeah, you got to hit Biwa. You got to hit Biwa while you're there. You have to hit Biwa. But, yes, if anybody goes or we find anybody, yes, there's some fishing lures and some G-Crack products.
Dude, you just look up Japan
some other
fishing,
things.
dude, and you just see nothing but hog slappers in that motherfucker.
Dude, but let me tell you, it's not easy. It's hard to fish out there. It's not easy.
These guys make it look easy, my friend. They
sure
do.
They make it look easy, but they don't show you the countless hours on the water and of not catching.
Oh no, I think the most I've ever had countless without nothing was probably Van Wert.
Well,
it was still great to go,
you,
dude. Honestly, I loved it there. It was sweet, and you guys said that it was low. The water levels were low.
I'm telling you, it was the time of year we went. The time of year that we went was just a shit time of year, and yes, the water was it was like 4 foot, low.
Yeah,
4 foot at least.
It was probably lower than that, probably, from how the rocks looked.
For sure, we'll take a day trip in the spring. Don't worry.
Yeah, because we had a blast when we went out there the few times before. But even then, dude, I'd like to I agree with Kyle finding places closely. But, yeah, I had more thought of, going outside of Ohio. Now, I'm all for... See, this is the only problem, though. I'm all for doing this, but let me tell you. You didn't ask me and James of our track record of guys' fishing trips, how they normally go.
That doesn't sound good.
You know what? Maybe we'll take your car this time.
Let's just say, how do I put this, James?
A Matt and James adventure generally comes with its hiccups.
Like hiccups with farts or Matt's crusty
well,
socks?
I will say, now that I've got a nicer, newer car, some of those hiccups shouldn't happen ever again.
Oh boy!
But we always run into something. There's always something.
We always run into something, and we never catch anything.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy.
But saving grace, the last time we went, we didn't catch anything at the location where we stayed. However, we did hit a spot up on our way out, and we caught fish there.
I will also say that one might also be somewhat time of year. We went
mid-April,
and it was still a bit cold.
Dude, the water was freezing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was kind of our fault. But also, we were in a bad section of that river.
Yeah, I think so.
Because, remember those guys floated down in their yaks, and they were like, you guys catching any? And we were like, nope. And we were like, you guys catching any? And they were like, screw this river. All right, bud. I guess that's a negative. All right, cool. I even think they were like, we hate these kayaks. Shit. Give them here. We ain't got none.
Right? I'll jump on there in full waders. I don't care.
I like hand-me-downs.
Yeah. It was still a good time, and we had a good time, but it got better when we were leaving and catching fish. But I want to know if we were to be able to teleport from today's date to, let's say end of April, early May. we're going fishing tomorrow, and it's like I said, that time frame. What is on y'all's poles? What you throwing? What's the first thing you want to throw next year? What are you throwing in the water first?
Jerk shad.
I'll probably throw anything the boys give me.
Really? Really? It's that simple? It's just the jerk shad?
Yeah,
Probably.
You heard him.
Jerk
you heard
shad
the
and
man.
swim jig.
Did you hear the man stutter? He said plain as day, like a radio
Jeez.
talk show host.
Wow, dude. I kind of like, alright. Okay. Kyle said anything the boys give you. Alright.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely got to throw the shit that you boys got me. I want to check it out. I'm hoping you guys will do the same with the certain... Our guys got you new shit, I think, so hopefully.
But that's like, I'm like, dude, I have 4 swim baits sitting right in front of me that I can't wait to throw.
Oh,
So, am
Throw
I
'em in your
thinking
tub.
what's going to end up happening is I'm going to throw the Metro Glide on my swim bait rod, and I'm going to throw the Stray Shad on my conventional combo. And then, of course, I'll probably have some bellows gills in the back pocket in case those don't catch.
I completely forgot about the Berkeley swim.
Oh yeah, the chop block. See, you're over here
Yeah.
like,
The
I'm
choppy.
throwing jerk shad.
Uh-huh.
All right, so it's going to be a jerk shad on the spinning rod and the chop block on the caster.
There we go. See, now you're thinking outside the box. Well, the real question is, if you could be in a boat or a kayak, what would you be in?
A boat.
Really? Not even looking at the kayak at all?
I mean, can I have the kayak on the boat?
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
You just got to cut it up.
Yeah, it's got to cut it up in sections first.
And then glue it back
Then
together
win me
and sell it on
$200 that the
Craigslist.
kayak probably cost.
Yeah, exactly. No, I guess more of the idea was which fishing intrigues you more, like fishing out of a boat or fishing out of a kayak.
I mean, you can definitely get entire spaces with a kayak, also with the rivers. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
but I mean, with a John boat, you can do the same thing because you can get into thin ass water.
Yeah, but where do I live at, Matt? Where do I live
closer
with
to a
massive
river.
body of water
You
like
live-
that unless I go
yeah.
up north?
Not necessarily. I mean, there's lakes around us that aren't massive, but you can still put a full size boat in.
Yeah, at the we'll just say the high and then the dro. That place, there's no way that you're fishing out there. There's just too
Well,
many
no,
boats.
but-
There's just too many boats and too much stuff going on like that. I wouldn't see myself, you know what I mean, catching anything.
You find the holes,
Well, find the holes. Yeah, that's what we're currently working on.
the no
Yeah.
wake zones.
I think the rivers. I think river fishing is just so intriguing to me. So I feel like kayak is the easiest one to go through on the river. But I still think you could do it with the John boat. You just can't have like a big prop motor.
Yeah. I feel like you can get into tighter situations with your kayak, a little more control. If you're out fishing with a buddy, you have more control over yourself. You make your own decisions. But your John boat, you have more space. You can bring more with you, in my opinion. I know they load these kayaks down like crazy, but you have much more moving around space in your boat, and you can carry more tackle, in my opinion, and closer to your buddy to get that camaraderie.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I feel like the boat comes into play when you're wanting to hang out with the boys more. I mean, you can do that still in a squad, do a float together in the kayak, but I don't know. It's definitely something that's been mulling over in the old noggin. But yeah, I think it's almost time to get into Would You Rathers. Do you guys have anything else?
No, not off the top of my head.
No. We covered quite a lot of fishy bullshit.
Yes, that we
We
did.
did cover a lot of bullshit. It was like an hour and a half almost of some fishy bullshit.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, boys.
I feel like I can always talk fishy bullshit, but I mean that might.
I mean, it's always fishy talk with you guys in here.
It's definitely always fishy talk with me.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So, all right. Well, I think we can go ahead and get into Would You Rather's. Are we going to traditionally start with James like we have for all of them?
Sure.
I mean, Why mess with a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so would you rather go fishing with Bigfoot or catch the Loch Ness Monster?
Oh, dude. Oh, dude.
I don't know.
I want to go fishing with Bigfoot.
I think Nessie's just going to take me down and eat me.
Well, in this scenario, you're prepared, and it is an achievable thing.
Do I get to ride the Ness? Do I get to ride it?
You could try. I don't know how well it's going to work out for you.
Kind of slide down its back like the Flintstones.
Yeah, but that do, man.
Yeah.
You definitely are breaking your PB with that one.
I mean, 100%.
Right?
You might never ever be able to break your PB again. Yeah, all right. What are you picking, James?
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm fishing with Bigfoot, cracking a couple
I knew
cold
you would.
ones. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I'm with you. That's the way to do it.
I love to hear it.
Well, I think that means you're next, Kyle.
Oh, okay. Would you rather fish in a creek and catch nothing but smallmouth, or go in the pond and catch nothing but largemouth?
So is this a scenario of like?
Right, like would you rather? Pretty much, would you rather
This
only
is
chase?
all I'm doing?
Right, I'm like would you? What are you chasing after?
Only, like it would be basically, would I only chase after smallmouth,
Pretty much.
or would I only chase after largemouth?
Right, but you always have to be in the creek though. That means you have to wear your suits. You know, you're going to be falling on rocks. You know, you're going to be doing all that crap. You know, in the terrain. So you got to think about it.
Yeah,
You're going to be in it every
No,
time.
I don't have to think about it long at all. It's worth it. I'm going creeks and smallmouth, baby.
I was just letting you say first. Totally. Creeks and smallies. Creeks and smallies.
Like, dude, I'm so geeked to take out swim baits to the ponds and hit some rivers with them and everything. But, dude, if you're limiting to me to creeks for smallmouth, then
Right.
yeah, I'm taking that.
Okay.
Because you haven't caught a smallmouth, dude.
Right.
It's so
So
fun.
what's a good size? Because like I said, I've never caught one. I've never really even caught a big largemouth. But what is the fight difference in pool like? Can you explain that, like in a simple sense? Like, is it how much harder is it hitting than it would be a largemouth?
Not, I don't want to speak for James, but at least for me, it's not the hit or like the strike. They strike about as aggressive as a largemouth does. It is definitely is the fight. I would say like me and James have said this before. A 10-inch smallmouth fights harder than a 16-inch largemouth.
Yeah, I've just never
that
experienced
right there
Yeah.
is where. Go ahead, James.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's all in the fight. I've never noticed a difference in the bite, but yeah, it feels like a bigger fish. You're always surprised that it's how small it is when you pull it out. Basically, that's what she said.
Oh
Yeah.
God, I was waiting for someone to say it. I was gonna say it if you didn't. I was like, yeah, that's what she said.
I love to hear every second.
But yeah, it's just you're always overestimating how much it is because it feels so much bigger in its pull.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it works.
It works. Yeah, I agree. I agree with James. And that's why it's like, I don't care. You've backed me into a corner only of the part of the creek part. Because, yeah, now I'm not throwing my swim baits in the creek, but still, whatever. I'll throw a Ned for the rest of my life in a creek. If that's what you're limiting to.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Right.
I'm curious what you would choose, Kyle, since you haven't fished creeks.
Well, I did just a hair with you guys. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I kind of think that's kind of like a park creek. I'm not really thinking. I would like to go into a creek, Matt. No parks. Find somewhere across the road. Stop. Walk out. Fish it.
That's basically what our creek spots are.
Well, the ones that we've been going to, well, the one I tried to meet you up with, it was at a park. I mean, parks are
Which one?
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Parks are
No,
nice.
that was a river.
Oh, that was a
That's
river?
a river.
Okay.
That's a river That's the still, and yeah, okay, there was a park by it. It just runs through a park system. No, the creeks we go to, dude, I found them like they are off of park areas, but they take you back through like backwood areas.
Okay.
You're not in the middle of like suburbia. You're in the middle of nature.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
why
that's
I
where
like it so much.
That's where I was at with it. That's like I would love that. I mean that right there is just Usa
You
Fraba.
just have to venture out my way because it's out my way. It's out in my area.
I wouldn't have a problem.
Yeah, we'll go next year. We'll take you out next year.
Sounds like
I
a
don't
plan.
know how 3-man in the creek will work. We'll just have to spread out.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Bat wing it.
So did you pick creeks then?
Just because this was a hard question for me personally, even though I'm the one that said it. But yeah, I would want to experiment with that myself because I've never done it.
But this isn't an experiment question. This is
it'd be experiment for
this is what
me.
you're doing.
No, this is an experiment for me because if I do say yes, which I'm going to say yes, it would be an experience for me because I've never caught them. So I would think yes.
So you're saying yes, even
on
though,
the basis
like,
of that I'm going to catch something
different. You could
different.
get out in the creek and you'd be like, dog, I hate walking through this water all the whole time. I hate doing this, but you've picked that,
Dude,
so that's what
listen,
you're stuck with.
We're adults. We hate doing a lot of things, but guess what? We still put our boots on, our shoes on, and we walk out that fucking door.
This is true.
So
it's true. I've done worse for less. Let me tell you, smallies, dude, they're worth it, dude. I'm not lying. I want to say the most beautiful fish I caught this year was my PB, but it was not. My most beautiful fish I caught this year was that smallmouth out of the creek.
You're gonna have to post that now.
oh my god, he's gonna
Okay,
have a bunch of things to post, won't you, buddy?
Listen, Editor James, remind Matt of the items that need to be posted, because he'll forget by the time that he needs to post it.
Catfish picture and what was the other one?
Smalley picture,
Smalley.
which actually I have posted before. It's in the collage of all of our fixed catches.
I actually got more
Which
pictures
was-
to add on to that.
But I'll repost them anyway. It'll be a nice little post to post up when this episode posts. But let's go into my would you rather. My would you rather first. Oh, that sounded terrible. My first would you rather. There we go, Matt. Jeepers creepers. Would you rather be the host of the Bassmaster Classic? Or would you rather be in the Super 6? Now, I know you guys aren't going to know what the Super 6 is because you don't really watch professional bass fishing. But in the Bassmaster Classic, there's 6 individuals that get picked to be a part of the Super 6. And they're like the key individuals that are looked at during the tournament.
Is it just
So basically,
are they just tournaments?
it's a tournament. So the Bassmaster Classic is like the Super Bowl of professional bass fishing in the BSS circuit. So either you're the host of that, or you're in the Super 6, which is like the top of the tournament competitors.
Quick side note and a question before we answer. Side note,
Yeah.
we should have a watch party this year for the Bassmaster Classic.
Ooh. I'm in.
Yep.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
2, what exactly are the duties of the host of the Bassmaster Classic?
So you don't watch enough, but like what the host really does is like they're emceeing the event. So
Okay.
like you're the one that's like talking about the guy that's fishing and talking about his fishing and segueing into the guy that's
Narrating,
in the boat
pretty
and,
much.
and
Okay.
narrating
Yeah.
basically.
I'm definitely hosting, but that's me.
Reason?
Yes, it's
Just 'cause
His beautiful voice.
well, there is that. Everybody always says I have a face for radio. I feel like the for me being in the Super 6 would be way too much pressure for my anxiety. but and way more public scrutiny, and that's not me. I'd rather be the host, give the little quips. Yeah, I'd rather be reading off a script and going that way than having to be under the pressure of performing out there, because I can't even imagine the massive amounts of pressure they're under.
Oh yeah,
it's
for
gotta
sure.
Be massive.
Is this like live television?
Yes.
Yeah, I would be nervous.
Well, what's your answer then?
Man, I'd be bloody nervous on both of them. Honestly, I'd be scared talking, having people looking at me, and plus having to be in that top tier 6, pretty much. What did you call it again? I've never watched it before.
They call it the Super 6.
I almost called it the Big 6, but I don't know. I think I'd have to do that with the 6, because honestly I'd be out there fishing, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, and I'm breaking trophies, right?
I mean, you're getting a trophy if you
No,
win.
I mean I'm breaking trophy fish records. Where's
No, so the way the tournament works is you're trying to bring in your best 5 fish for 3 days, I think.
Okay.
Each day, your best 5 fish. And then on the 3rd day, they add all of your weights together for a final total. And the person that has the most total wins. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So you're fishing, you said?
I'll be fishing. I think I'm going to have to go with that, good sir.
I'm with Kyle, too. I'm fishing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind talking, but fishing, dude, is...
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if I'm failing and I'm not winning and the cameras are on me and everything, at least I'm still fishing.
Right.
I'm not stuck behind the desk or stuck somewhere talking. I can be fishing.
That's cool, because then it'll just be me interviewing you guys.
Oh, that's fine. That's easy. That's easy, dude. That sounds like the best Bassmaster Classic. That'd be the best. Me and Kyle in the tops in the Super 6, and
sweet.
James is emceeing the whole thing.
Well, you know, if that was the case, though, I wouldn't be emceeing. I'd be your net man.
They don't have those, but
Really?
they're not actually allowed to use nets. But
Oh.
you can be my boat boy.
I like the sound of that, too.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. All right, James, I believe you're next, my friend.
Before I go into my last Would You Rather, so March 13th, request off work.
Okay.
Because it's the 13th, 14th, and 15th is the Bassmaster Classic.
Okay. Yep. Also, can I shout something out real quick, boys? MLF has an event at the Great Lake. Erie? Lake Erie? Up there?
Yes.
Up north?
Yes, sir.
And
Phoenix
they're blasting
Bass
off.
Fishing League.
And they're blasting off out of Upper Sandusky.
Mm-hmm.
I say we go.
Dude, that sounds
That would be
absolutely
sick.
great.
And I think it's during the summertime. I think it'd be cool.
August 15th.
Yeah, sounds like a plan, boys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to that. Oh, yeah. We'll be there. And I also like the idea of the Bassmaster Classic. So I'll make sure to request that off.
Yeah, with you. Okay, so this kind of is along the same lines possibly of what we've already discussed, actually. But would you rather catch a few decent fish, so at least 3-pounders, just a few, in a pond surrounded by nature? Or would you rather catch a bunch of pounders, 1-pounders, in an urban pond?
What do you mean by urban, though? I mean, like, how urban are we talking?
Like, for instance, Popo Pond's pretty close. You're surrounded by the city instead of being surrounded by nature.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going for the nature one just because you said a bunch of 1-pounders over a few 3-pounders. I'm taking a few 3-pounders all day.
For sure. For sure.
And the nature is a big, huge plus.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, so it's the fish size that matters to you, not the nature?
The fish size is definitely a big factor, but the nature is also a big factor as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I already know your answer, James.
Oh yeah.
James loves nature.
Nature all day.
And I don't blame him. I'm in the same boat. So I kind of had a feeling we would be undivided on that one.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, what you got for us?
All right, boys. This one I thought was kind of funny. Would you rather your buddy accidentally kick your PB back into the water or take the worst possible photo of it?
So, like, kicking it back in the water before I get the chance to get a photo?
Correct.
I'm going worst possible photo just because at least there's a photo.
I mean, like, when I say the worst possible photo, I mean, like, it's going to make the fish look like it's only 3 pounds. When, in all honesty, it was probably like 7. You don't know
I'll
how
still
he
take
did
it,
it,
'cause
but
I
he
will-
did it.
At least
That's
weighed
all right,
it
I'd take
or
this.
measured it before the picture.
I mean,
So
dude,
even if
this
the
doesn't
picture's
sound
bad,
like
I
I'm getting
know.
it off the hook at this point, barely. It's
Right?
I mean, I'll just blow the picture up.
he said the beautiful
make
parts
it
of
look
AI.
bigger.
Look,
Yeah,
I don't use Photoshop
exactly.
for evil. All I'm doing is correcting a mistake.
Yeah.
If my buddy kicks my fish in before I get to take a picture of it, I'm killing my buddy. It's just end of story. So I'm not I'm throwing him in the water.
Yeah, and it just takes so much work, burying a body and going
Body
through
and
all
all that,
that. So, yeah,
Finding
we'll
a
go with the
pig
worst
farm.
photo.
Yeah, I'm going worst photo.
That's funny.
What are you picking, Kyle?
I guess I'd rather have him kick it in so I can kick his ass later.
So you get some fighting out of it.
Yeah, I mean, playful fighting, I mean, for sure, but yeah, I would...
Said, let me get out my aggression.
Yeah, I definitely would, because I'd still be pretty mad over a bad picture. I'd be pretty upset.
I agree, though. At least you got a picture.
I mean, we're talking about
Even
the
if
worst
it
of the
shows
worst. Like,
that-
we're getting, like, your whole body and just barely the fish.
That's fine. At least it was part way there.
It'd be like my
I got
son
proof
taking
I
a
at least
picture
caught
with me
something.
or Ben taking a picture
Yeah.
of Matt.
I can AI the rest.
Yeah, you can tweak it a little bit.
I can AI the rest. AI the rest. Alright. My last one for the night is... Would you rather only be stuck fishing at night or only be stuck fishing during peak sunlight hours? So basically you're losing, no matter what, you're going to be losing out on evening bites and morning bites if
Yeah.
you pick sunlight. But if you pick night, you would still get first light.
Well, I've been
true.
eaten by mosquitoes alive for at night, and plus
At
I've only
night.
fished for catfish at night, so I'm gonna have to probably say highest part of the sun.
Okay.
Okay. Before I answer qualifying question, you did not stipulate a type of body of water, right?
No.
Then I will take the peak sun and no surprise here, go creek fishing.
That's kind of what I figured. I'm going to pick night, and my reason being is because I've always heard you can catch some of the biggest bass at night.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it'd be crazy to be fishing a topwater and just hear a topwater explosion in the middle of the night. And I know that's kind of crazy coming from the guy who's kind of crapped on topwater a little bit, but I'm picking night.
Ooh, like a buzzbait with a glow-in-the-dark plastic frog on it.
Mm-hmm. Or a wake walker.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds delicious. Delicious. Well, gentlemen, I think it's been a fantastic fishy bull shiznizzle episode. Is there any last remarks that you gentlemen have?
I got nothing. Laid it all on the table.
Yep, I feel the same way. I think we had a pretty good run for this episode.
I think it was pretty good. I think before we get out of here, I think I want to start ending off every episode before we get into the very end. I just want to... The only reminder that you get from Small Ponds, Big Dreams is don't be a nasty butt. Pick up your trash while you're out there on the water. We don't want to be seeing a bunch of trash out there. Dirty waterways equals nasty conditions, and nobody wants that.
Right.
I think you guys can get on board with that.
100%, 110%.
For sure. Don't be a litter bug.
Don't be a litter bug. But, yeah, listeners, go catalog your baits. Go change your treble hooks. Go look at lures. Get ready for the next year. If you are like us and are stuck in that in-between weird winter into the next season transition. I know some people get the nice ice, and then some people are down south and they don't even get winter. But we're stuck here in the Midwest where, unfortunately, we don't get either. We just get stuck with shit.
Pretty much. I mean, that's
go
what
fishing
she
in the
gives
snow.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Mother Nature gives us. So, well, from at least me, tight lines.
Tie lines.
Tight lines.